talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It's gone. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome on in to the Phillies postgame show. The morning after edition. Tough one in LA. The Phillies lose to the Dodgers 4-2. And, it wasn't the prettiest thing in the world from a lot of different aspects. Zack Wheeler got shoved around. The wheels essentially fell off, if you will. The Phillies were no hit for 5 innings, and then you had a SCHWARBOMB, and then the Phillies had another RBI by a new kid in town. We'll talk about him. And questions arise with Jesus Luzardo. He has looked pretty promising within these last few starts, and we'll see if he's able to get things done in game number 2 against the Dodgers, another late one. But just me today, it's a little bit of a solo episode, just because it's the morning after and thing. Everybody's got stuff they got to do. So hopefully after this LA series and these late West Coast games, we'll have the normal crew back in order. But I want to get this done real quick before Dole does Sipping Sports. It's going to be probably 10, 11-ish, I think. Not exactly sure if that's still on, but look forward to that, hosted by Dole. And not exactly sure who he's bringing up later on, but either way, it should be a blast. And then the Phillies, will probably, our plan probably is do the same thing, do one of these in the morning, just because, again, it's a late game and these always sort of suck. So it is what it is. But the Phillies, like I said, they get in trouble right away as the wheels fall off for Zack Wheeler. Freddie Freeman in the first, homered on a ball to left field. Honestly, on a pitch that I was surprised that it got out. I was very surprised. That thing barely got out to begin with. And it was down and away, and he was able to kind of muscle it 365 feet down that little left field line. And I mean, he crushed that, and it's not exactly surprising. Phillies fans know how much of a Philly killer Freddie Freeman is, and it has been for the Phillies. Even in his Brave days, it really just, it was relentless, and it doesn't get any worse, or doesn't get any better. And he hits a home run here, and it's not exactly how you want to start out a ball game, and it gets worse in the bottom of the second. Max Muncy. Now this was a ball. This was a ball that just that sucker got crushed. It was a moonshot. It was up high and up. Well, I want to say up and in, high and in. It was at the top of the zone, and Muncy, he just absolutely crushes balls up in the zone, and he did exactly that. Made it 2-0, and then in the bottom of the third, 3 straight innings of home runs as Shohei Ohtani hit another ball that I was surprised that it got out as well. To me, he got out in front of it a little bit, but again, he barely gets it out. 374 to right, and makes it 3-0 Dodgers. And Shohei Ohtani, now on the opposite end of the spectrum in terms of Philly killers, within the last couple of years, which is hilarious because he's one of the best hitters in the MLB right now, and for some reason the Phillies pitching staff just usually has his number, but not tonight. As Shohei hit that ball, enough to get it out. Will Smith added on in the 5th, and an Oppo Taco, or not Oppo, on a ball hit the center field, and then it doesn't help matters though when you're getting no hit for 5 innings. But Kyle Schwarber comes in and tried to save the day. Hit a SCHWARBOMB to center field off of Roberleski, who I talked about it with Alex and Gavin on the pregame show yesterday. The Phillies, they hadn't really seen Roberleski all that much in his career. The only guy that had a home run against him was Mark, and he was 1-for-1 with that homer. Barshawn was 1-for-1. Harper was 1-for-1. Like there was one other guy, but like otherwise, the rest of this lineup had not seen him. So he went 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 9 strikeouts. In a game where Zack Wheeler allows 4 home runs, and otherwise, I thought Zack Wheeler, he's actually, to me, I think he pitched pretty decently outside of those 4 home runs. He pitched well enough to I guess win the ball game. Wheeler went 6 innings. Only 5 hits. But 4 of those 5 hits again were home runs. That puts his ERA up to 2.27 on the year, and it sucks because otherwise Wheeler's having a great year, and I mean, I think he'll rebound. I think this is just one start. And again, the guy is coming back from a nerve surgery, so got to give him some props. Got to give him some credit. So I think he'll be fine, and this pitching staff will be fine. Otherwise, yeah, you had the SCHWARBOMB in LA, which is nice. Yeah, I still think he's 100% gonna make it. Should be in the home run derby. He's got a 963 OPS on the year, which is absurd. But otherwise, yeah, this lineup was really bad. Trey was 0-for-4. Harper was 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts. Bohm was 0-for-4. Stott was 0-for-3 with a strikeout. Pimiento was 0-for-3. Mark was 1-for-3. Garcia was 0-for-3. Garcia's at bats. Oh boy, they were. Well, but otherwise, the other cool cat in town. Stuart Baroa adding on that second run of the game. And this is a guy that is a little bit of an interesting case because the Phillies brought him in and let Otto Kemp go. Or not go. The Phillies brought in Stewart and they sit down Otto Kemp. And Otto Kemp has not been impressive in his Phillies season in 2026. He has 0 home runs, 0 RBIs. He hasn't seen a plate appearance since, I believe, the beginning of May, and we are May 30th. And this guy can switch hit, which is always a plus. He is a career 190. I believe it is one. Oh my God! It's either 197 or 198. On the year. So, he's a career. Hang on, let me double check myself. Because I believe he's a career. Sorry, folks. He is Stewart has a career 167 batting average, but at the same time, since being brought into AAA, Lehigh Valley, he's hitting 250 on the year. So, I mean, slight improvement, especially since the Reyes Otto Kemp experience wasn't really working out. Reyes, maybe outside of that first week, was looking promising, and then he sort of fell off a cliff. At the major league level, at least. In the minors, he's been tearing it up, which is really cool to see. So maybe they give him another shot if, Stewart doesn't work out. We'll see. But otherwise, Otto Kemp, again, he really has struggled in 2026, hitting just 280 at the plate with no home runs and no RBIs. And he has not had a hit in a game with the Phillies since April 8th of this year, the very beginning of the season. You've got to make a change. But it's a good bad thing at the same time, this whole bench thing. Our bench has been, very underutilized as of late because Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh have really both caught fire since Mattingly took over, which that's a pretty positive thing. But again, you're seeing less time of guys like Budu Sosa, Reyes, Kemp, those fellas, Stubbs, which, I mean, I guess is a good thing because your stars, quote unquote, are producing and your starting lineup is producing, but that gives Kemp, Reyes, Sosa less reps, which, that doesn't, I think, help. But I don't know, you gotta ride the hot hand when you have it. And right now we have it. So Baroa probably is not gonna play a ton, but he offers speed and a bat on both sides of the plate. So the Phillies, they gotta try. They're gonna try something new, and it's not like Stott and Marsh and a lot of these guys are going to keep up this hot toward pace as much as we would like to. Admit it. It's probably not gonna last all that long. We saw March, for example, he was tearing it up for 6 months last year, and then he comes to the playoffs cold as ice. Bryson Stott, he's had moments like that in his career before. So, you're going to have to, at some point, I would think, use more frequently some guys in this bullpen in this on this bench. And I like our bench. I really do. And Mundo Sosa, he probably should be on our bench. I think. No, I know that he absolutely should be an everyday starting player. I think that he should probably be in the outfield. I like him in that left field slot. I even I like him in right field sometimes, especially since Adolis Garcia has been really, really not the player that you want to, not the player that you are hoping to see when you sign the guy. He's hit 198 with a 590 OPS. It's not great. And then Sosa on the other hand, I mean, at least to me, he's been kind of turning up. So it is what it is. But yeah. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. I think. Oh, actually, no. One more thing. Then we're done. Jesus Lazaro on the bump tomorrow for the Philadelphia Phillies. And Lazaro, man, I really think that he's going to be able to, get it done for the Phillies. He's been awesome, honestly. He's been just like a lot of this rotation. He's really stepped up in a huge way. Nola's been, stepping up. Painter's been stepping up. Sanchez, I mean, there's, enough said there. He's been stepping up, not just to be the Phillies' best pitcher, in that rotation. He's been the best starter potentially in the whole league. It's been, absolutely absurd what we've seen out of him. Wheeler, a rough start tonight, but he's still got a 2 ERA, so he's been great. And we went over Nola. We went over, Painter. And Painter, he's a guy that is coming off a Tommy John surgery a few years ago. So to see his improvement has been really nice. But Jesus Luzardo has been amongst one of the best Phillies pitchers as of late. Just against San Diego, he probably had his best outing, 6 innings. No earned runs and 6 strikeouts. Following that up, his previous outing, he went 6 innings, 2 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. Before that, he went to Boston in yucky weather and went 6 innings and went and struck out 4 and allowed no earned runs. So ever since the Colorado start, where he allowed 5 earned runs, he's been great for the Phillies, and I really think that he's going to be able to get back on track again. We talked about it in the pregame show yesterday with WIP producer and friend of the show Alex Cole. We talked about how this Dodgers team is banged up, and the Phillies can't take advantage of it. They just need to actually do it. It's like how we have the bats to do it in October, and on paper they should do it, but they just haven't. The Phillies have that chance again against the LA Dodgers, and we'll see if they can get that done. But it's going to be another late one. Again, I believe it's a 10 start. It's 10-10. And so that's going to suck to wake up for, suck to, stay awake for. But you're going up against Roki Sasaki, who, is not having the best, didn't have the best start to the year in spring training. And he's really followed that up with, not great stuff. This year coming in with a 3-3 record and a 4.93 ERA on the year. And, maybe he should have been for the Dodgers. Maybe he should have been, in this bullpen, and stayed there. He was sort of the hero in the Dodgers rotation in 2020. What was it? 2025. But, he's coming off, at the same time, he is coming off two, honestly, pretty good starts against the Angels on the 17th. It went 20. He went 7 innings and had 8 strikeouts, and then against Milwaukee, he went 5 innings, 2 runs, and 4 strikeouts. So 2 consecutive good starts in a row against the Brewers, who are one of the best teams in baseball. So maybe he will carve the Phillies up, and again, that remains to be seen. I guess so. I've been talking to myself, and I guess I do sort of hear something in the nose. So I guess allergies. But Billy and Friday, as soon as we get back into normal programming and these stupid late games don't happen anymore for a while, we'll get the band back together for sure. But until then, it's me, carrying you guys through this, and hopefully the Phillies again can right the ship tonight. Luzardo looking to get the Phillies back on track, and the Phillies bats looking to deal with Roki Sasaki. The bats, we don't exactly play well against Sasaki, but we'll see. We'll see how tonight fares. The Phillies can even the series at Dodger Stadium. But want to thank Nick's Pizza for the sponsor, and that's always a help. I want to thank you all for watching. Please, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe for more Phillies postgame shows and more Philly sports content. Sippin' Sports, I believe it's later on today, 10 or 11 o'clock. Adult will be handling that, I think. So, should be a good time. And then we'll be back at some point hosting, some more Phillies post-game shows in the near future. Now that I think of it, I may have to take off for this game coming up. I have a graduation that I'm going to this weekend. I'm actually, I'm gonna get ready for it. Once I'm and head out the door once I'm done this. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be in Maryland celebrating my dad's side of the family. We have some folks graduating high school, so should be a fun time. So I may not be able to do a post-game show for this one. So stay tuned. I don't want to overpromise and under-deliver. So not that type of guy. I don't want to blue ball you guys. So it is what it is. But either way, we'll be back on track in the next series for the Phillies. And, hopefully the Phillies get the series win against the Dodgers. And then you go into the Padres series. You come back home, which, you'll have normal games, 6:40 starts for the 2 nights once the Phillies come back, and then a 1:05 start. That's beautiful start. And then we have the White Sox on June 6th. Don't know if we've entirely announced this, but a couple of the guys from 302, including myself, will be at the Phillies game at 4:05, and I believe we're having a tailgate at 12. So that should be a blast. And I believe it's photo night that night. So we able to get on the field to get your pictures, which, you love to see that with the players. And I'll be meeting some of my co-hosts for the first time. Billy will be there. I'll be there. Donald will be there. KJ will be there. So, if you see us, promise we won't bite. We'll say hi and maybe get you in a walk or something. But I don't know. It is what it is. Should be a good one. But want to thank you all for watching this edition of the Phillies postgame show. I'm Jesse Cherone. Have a good one. And let's go, Phils.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone! And it's gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.